Hello, it's me, Pandy from Panaman Entertainment. Nice to see you again. Now, I haven't really been doing a lot recently with fret level. Now, there's some things I want to do with it. So one thing on the agenda is the hospital. Now, I've been finding that hard. Kind of killed my passion. Long story short. Anyway, that is still on the agenda. It is still happening. I'm also looking at other things as well to do with it, so that'd be quite cool. Threat level is definitely a strange one. Threat level emergency response has always been very much my child. Not physically, have actually got a real one. But it has also it's meant a lot to me generally. And with that in mind, I've never really wanted to push it out too much into the world. That is until now. So realistically, what we're looking to do is sort of make it accessible for traders to buy in. So far, the only thing we really ship for traders is our trench offensive. Okay. However, we are looking to basically increase that to threat level. Now, for you regular customers, you'll probably realise that £3 a miniature is already pretty low, and so that makes it difficult. Now we have a couple of options, but realistically, we're gonna have to increase prices. That's the difficultness of it. So, as of the 1st of June, going to give you guys some time to process this, to accept the harsh realities that are extra charges. Yeah, they're going to be £4 a miniature. I'm sorry. Now, with that being said, we are looking at getting some miniatures made in metal with our wonderful friends over a different company. So yeah, that's kind of something we are looking at, which might also bring the price down. You never know. We haven't quite sorted out the licensing yet, but that'll be something that we look for. Threat level only as well, so it will only be threat level that'll be being made into metal at this point in time. We are looking at other things for ranges. The other thing that will help sort of do that now, one was the incidents are still free, and you can chop and change them to how you want. Wonderful group interaction on the old group, the Facebook group the other day. It was wonderful to see. And with that in mind, feel free to change them. I could do it as well, but it's always interesting when you are looking at an incident from one perspective. So, the wonderful customers that you are, join in, write your own, give me ideas if you want. We've been doing really well with threat level, and I think it would be nice for threat level to get the same sort of attention and love that trench offensive does. It is interesting to me that it doesn't get the same love. It never has. The thing is it's very similar to Crooked Dice's game. 7TV, which, let me get, first off, that's a great game. So yeah, so that's very much something that I'm very pro on. I'm very, very keen to get that out there more. With that in mind, looking at sort of doing superheroes and stuff as well, bringing that kind of the supernatural, the paranormal stuff into it. So it's not just police; it's other things as well. So after we've discussed my baby, that is Trench Offensive, we are going to look into Trench Offensive. Now, we've got 2 stores at the moment. One in Norway, the wonderful Tabletop Battles, and one in Norfolk, which is obviously models and minis. Now, we are looking to increase that as well. We're also looking to sort of work with influencers, but nothing's come with that so far. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Trench Offensive is very much a skirmish war game on World War One, so it's interesting in itself. Now, what happens with that? Where it grows? Now, there's some things on the agenda for that as well. I am only one man, unfortunately. So yeah, so we are looking to do get the next 4 books out, as well as getting a printed version of the Solo Patrol or Lost Patrol. I can't remember what I called it now. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? That was before my laptop died. I have got a new one now, which is great news. It really does help, being that I do all the work, so other than sales, which is obviously my wonderful wife. Now, we are looking to develop it a bit more as well. And there is always the travel edition that's now out, now on sale, as well as the full version as well. So that's quite good. So we're really positive with the future of that. Now, that being said, and with that in mind, we are now looking to do our sort of 3rd game, which is obviously going to be called Dwarven Holidays. Now, Dwarven Holidays is something I've wanted to do for a while. Originally, it was going to be called Tavern Tussles or Pub Battles and stuff like that. But basically, I've gone more down the it's a mix. It's a bit of a rogue RPG almost. That focuses mostly on combat, but there'll be a small leveling system in there. And the idea is you can play with any miniatures. It's going to be pretty miniature agnostic, which is going to be a great. So if you've got to this point and you're like, wow, I can't believe they're making a 3rd game. He's already struggling to do 2. Yeah, I'm a sadist. So that's something that I'm quite keen to push on. We've got the artwork coming along nicely. So we've got 2 of the characters done. We're working with Daisy to get the goblins and the last few characters done. So that'd be really good. And I think I was watching some YouTube videos after ChillCon, which we had a great time at, and I'm kind of looking forward to going again. Yeah, we're kind of excited to sort of see where that goes. ChillCon is a wonderful show, so please support that. But with that in mind, I've lost my train of thought. Honestly, who knows? That train of thought is gone. It's on the rails. Yeah, but Dwarven Holidays is going to be an interesting game, little RPG light, focusing on combat. It'll be very much the synopsis is miniature agnostic. You don't really need the miniatures that we will be selling. So we've got the characters and stuff. That's just sort of a tutorial, a tutorial sort of version. And after that, off you go, off with the races. It is going to kind of be just a book with a small miniature range. We're not really going to expand it that much. Probably do some book expansions, but nothing on the same scale miniature wise as we have for the other two. And that's down to a couple of reasons really. Just sort of, you know, branch out, see the book market more than anything. Being that I would identify as a book publisher. And yeah, so that's the kind of idea behind it really, is give us that. So we're going to look at doing that. We're going to look at doing sci-fi and bits and bobs with that. So yeah, we're quite excited for the future. Dwarven Holidays. I'm even learning to play on my guitar. Summer Holidays by Cliff Richard, so I can make a parody version. You'll have to hear my dulcet tones as I ruin that song. I'm sure Cliff would be happy to sing it for me, the new parody lyrics, but can't ask him to do that because I don't have money. I'm a book publisher, not music. So I'd have money if I was music. Oh, I'd be rich, maybe. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of it really. That's the update that we've got at the moment. We'll have 3 games out by next year. So Dwarven Holidays is released in 2026. And we're hoping Salute or UK Game Expo, one of the two, depending on sort of how things lie. I've really enjoyed sort of going round. I'm hoping that you stayed this long to hear me rambling on. I really appreciate everyone who's bought into all of our games, both of our games so far, and given us feedback. Really wouldn't have come these last nearly 6 years without any of you. And yeah, we're looking to always improve. This always started off as a bit of a portfolio piece for me. And you know, it's grown strength to strength ever since then. So I do want to thank everyone, and that's another reason that while putting the prices up of our miniatures, it's to get more trade, and thus more people playing. So in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you all on the flip side. Don't forget Dicenia is this week, the week I'm publishing this video, not every week. That'd be crazy. And I hope to see you all in the wonderful Norwich, unless you're not in Norwich, and then probably don't come. Yeah, so price increase on the 1st of June. If you want anything at the old prices, well, you know what you need to do. Buy, and not just buy, like that. Anyway, ramble over. Have a great time. See you all soon at a show, hopefully. And in the meantime, peace, love, and war.